Now I see what you.
Hey, good morning, guys. Welcome to the Build Your Online Business Morning Show and happy Resurrection Sunday. Guys, we're going to be talking about today how to resurrect your stimulus. And not only that, some things that you need to be looking out, some things that you need to be thinking about. Don't forget tonight for only $19, I'm going to be doing a session on ways to create your own stimulus. I'm going to count how many ways I'm going to teach you later and come back. But this is not just about earning more, it's about earning, saving, and investing. There's so many ways that you can make your dollar stretch further during this crisis. And so I'm joined this morning by a beautiful panel of individuals. I'm gonna start with the cat in the hat, Miss Rose. But I'm gonna start calling you Rose. Cause so she rocks them hats on Sunday, baby. Remind me of my grandmother. I used to buy my grandmother a hat every Easter. When she passed away, I really should have went and got all of them. But when she passed away, she had all her hats
Good
still in them
morning.
hat boxes in her closet.
That's what I need, Coach. And if anybody has any or nowhere to get them, please let me know. I need some hat boxes. I have
Oh, I know
tried.
where to get them for CHEAP.
Do you
For
really?
Christmas
I have
too.
looked high and low.
Girl, go on Amazon.
I did that.
The round ones with the print
Yeah,
on them. Oh, girl, I got so many. I use them for everything. I use them to store pictures.
I'm coming to
And
your.
you know who else be having them?
Oh,
The General,
oh, really?
Dollar General.
Really?
They keep them
Really?
on the top shelf in Dollar General. They keep a whole bunch
See,
of
y'all,
hats.
that's what community is about.
And they be like $4 rolls, and they're super cute. And they're sturdy. They're not cheap at all.
Oh, yes, I will. Can't go to the Dollar General now. I would
Where
come
you
to
at, Nunu? And you at Mass?
I'm at mass.
Take communion. Nunu is a messy. You finna take communion, boo boo.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. If you can't get to your church, just get to somebody's.
Whether you
Amen.
try to go to Bedside Baptist,
Amen.
Mattress Methodist, or Pillow Presbyterian, it
Presbyterian.
is up to you. You got options.
That's right. That's right.
Because you know the words say, well, for two or more.
Gather in his
Amen.
Maybe
name.
Chase had a rule like that. Chase said, well, for two or more employees are gathered together, it's a Chase event.
Let me
No,
see what's
seriously.
going on.
And they
Really?
would govern it accordingly. So if
Right.
two more than two Chase employees was at my house and something happened, you had to account for that at work. I said,
Wow.
well, y'all worse than the Holy Spirit. More than two or more is gathered together in y'all name.
Oh, my goodness.
Y'all gonna be there.
That's
Oh, my
right.
goodness.
That's right.
So, guys, this morning we're also joined by the lovely angel looking Bertha Germany this morning. And the way she turned that chair looked like wings, don't it? Look.
She
It
just
does.
up in the air.
Good morning, Bertha.
Good morning, Coach. Good morning, everybody. It's so good to be here on this happy Resurrection Sunday.
It
Yeah.
is. We're not gonna call it Easter, baby. You know, I'm
That's
gonna boil me some eggs and eat about 10 of them. What's your favorite Easter treat? I'm gonna tell y'all what I like. And I'm
right.
gonna see if I can order me some. The eggs that come in a little plastic wrapped by themselves. They're candied out. The candy on the outside and white on the inside,
Yeah.
almost like a jelly bean, but not kind of more like a
Oh,
marshmallow sugar cream
Marshmallow. Yes.
consistency on it.
Yeah,
Girl, them is my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
really?
I would eat them every year till I got sick. I eat the candy off of them, then eat the middle.
Because they're so sweet. They're
They
real.
are they are super
Oh,
sweet.
sweet.
Yes.
Those are my favorite. What's your favorite Easter candy?
Anything chocolate.
See, we never got chocolate when we
Can't
was
miss
little.
No.
them marshmallow peeps that look like little baby
I
chickens.
don't like the peeps, but my son
Love them.
is a peepaholic.
I love them.
I like
I,
the
I used
Reese's.
to eat those things till my stomach hurt.
I go get it for him the day after Easter. When they 10 cent a pack, or
Yep.
I'll wear them out.
Love
What's
those.
your favorite, Bertha?
I like the Reese's bunnies.
I don't like I don't like the Reese's bunnies or the eggs. It's too much peanut butter. It's not the same. See, I'm a fat girl. You understand what I'm saying? I'm a period.
Like peanut butter.
It's not the same ratio of
Right.
peanut butter to egg that it is in just a cup.
That's
In
true.
cup,
That's
it's the
true.
perfect peanut butter chocolate, but in the egg, the peanut butter overrides.
Yeah. It is a lot of peanut butter.
That girl, you got to be a peanut butter enthusiast.
I love peanut butter.
Do you?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you ever had peanut butter on pancakes?
No, ma'am. I
I
Mr.
haven't.
hate
Roy
peanut
puts
butter
peanut butter
pancakes.
on pancakes. It's delicious.
I'm gonna have to try it.
Try it. He loves peanut butter on pancakes, and he do it while they hot so it melt, and then
Yeah,
you put the syrup on there. It tastes like candy.
I'm gonna have to try that. I bet it's good.
And then, guys, following up a heavy hitting quick week in mass this morning, we have Jennifer Nunu King.
Hello, everybody. Super excited to be here. It is a great day. You know, when I woke up this morning at 5 o'clock, it was storming and raining, but
Ooh,
the sun is shining right now. It's going to be a beautiful day. Even though we have this social distancing going on, we still making money moves
yeah.
at home. And I'm super excited to be here, guys, for Quit Week. Coach is going to top off the week this evening with a workshop. She's going to tell you all about it, guys. It's go time now because you have extra time if you're working from home to work on your business. You don't have to worry about your commute anymore. You can't go out and socialize anymore. So there's really no excuses. No excuses. You don't have anything to do, but don't spend the time sitting up watching TV. Create your own stimulus because, you know, I was talking last night to a friend of mine. I'm like, when all this is over, I'm so grateful. First of all, if I was still working, I would have to report to work tomorrow
Mhm.
because my unit is still there.
Yeah.
Second of all, when they do open up the country, or if they open it up, I'm not running out anywhere and I don't have to because I've learned how to, I built my business and I learned how to take care of things at home because what? I got a coach. Someone shared the broadcast with me. So, guys, my story is somebody clicked shared. I came across Danielle Winningham. She freed me from the plantation. I was enslaved for 33 years. Guys, that's going to be you. That's going to be you. I never thought when I started my job at 17 that I would still be there 33 years later, but I didn't know how to get out. All I knew was to work hard, go to school, work hard, and retire. Nobody ever said, oh, but when you retire, it's going to be less than what you're making. And if you don't have the money mindset, and I'm not talking bad about my mom, she did the best she could, but she didn't teach me about money and about generational wealth and how to build money. So I came across Coach Danielle Winningham, who's teaching me, who taught me, and is continuing to teach me. Guys, stay tuned for information about the webinar tonight. You need to be there. This is like, oh, I'm going to try. No, you need to be there. You need to be there tonight. Thank you, Coach, for having me this week for Quit Week. It has been super amazing. We've had so much fun cutting up and acting silly. Have you ever seen that movie, Coal Miner's Daughter? I know you have. You from Tennessee.
Girl, you know I know all about Crystal Gale.
I love that movie. You know when she was talking about when her husband was talking about being horny, and she
Uh,
went on the radio talking about horny, and she didn't know what it meant. She said, "I thought it meant cutting up and acting silly."
yeah, I've been acting horny this week.
So you try to say everybody been horny this week, huh?
Yeah, something like that.
So, guys, I
I'm gonna
want
let
to
them
put y'all
slide
on
on through.
note because what I found out last night, not only has the IRS started sending out stimulus checks, so if you're qualified for a stimulus check, check your bank account. They tweeted out that they sent out the first round. They're going to continue to send them out. So stay on top of your bank account. But somebody put me on note last night that if you go into your Cash App and right there at the info section where it says, we're going to be bringing you information about the stimulus. If you click on it, the IRS has already released a link where you can put in your routing and your account number if you didn't file your taxes or they don't have your direct deposit information on file. What does that mean? That means that if you normally get a check, they have a portal online where you could go to, put your account information, and they will send your stimulus out to you via the portal. On April 17th, if they have your incorrect information, you can go in and correct your information. So they're doing this in 3 stages. One, we already got your information. We know it's correct. We're sending you the money. Two, um, two is you've never put information on file with us. So we're asking you to authenticate yourself, put the information on file, and we're going to send your money. And three is we got the wrong information on file for you. And I'm sure they're doing it like that because three is the hardest one to figure out. So and authenticate. So three is if um if you got information on file but it's incorrect, we're gonna let you correct it, and you can get the all those great Cash App ain't playing, even though I don't use them for business. You can get to all of those via your Cash App.
Yeah, Cash App is definitely on the ball because you can invest in buy stocks through Cash App. You can buy stocks from the stock market. You can also buy Bitcoin through Cash App. So Cash App is on the
Well,
one.
you can also run reports out of Cash App, which you couldn't before.
Oh, they've changed that. Okay.
You can run reports out of Cash App. They don't have enough security for me.
I know.
So that's gonna be a no for me, Alex.
Right, right. And speaking of the stimulus checks, I remember when they first started talking about it, which probably was about 3 weeks ago, and that's when people were already in need of the stimulus check. But when you think about how much it is, and I know people are grateful, but for me personally, I was like, okay, $1,200 and then $500 for my kids. But then somebody told me I was gonna have to pay it back. I'm like, hold up.
Right.
I don't need, I might rethink this. I might rethink this and only because somebody shared the broadcast with me. So if you haven't shared out the broadcast, please share out the broadcast because I have a different mindset right now. I'm prepared for this because Coach told us something's coming. She didn't know what, or at least she didn't let on, because the woman amazes me. She didn't know what, but she said, get prepared. And all through this time, being in her mentorship, I am so grateful because we are getting intel every day about how to
Let
move.
me ask you guys a question. Have you guys watched that movie? Is it called Just Mercy with Michael, what's his name?
I've not seen it, but I've wanted to see it. Is he the one that's the attorney?
Yeah.
That's trying to get Jamie Foxx out of jail?
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen it. No.
So I watched the end last night, and what was I finna tell you? I can't even remember what I was going to tell you about that movie. Maybe I don't need to tell y'all, but y'all need to go watch it.
Just something towards the end you were talking about in the movie.
Yeah, I tend not to watch movies like that because they remind me too much of home.
Mm-hmm.
But this is what I was going to say. What I was going to say is there's so much that divides this nation that's race and beyond.
Mm-hmm.
So first there's race, and in no particular order, there's gender, and there's economic status.
Mm-hmm.
I learned at an early age, when you see white people getting ready, start getting ready.
Mm-hmm.
My granddad said, you don't even need to know what they getting ready for. Because sometimes the information don't trickle that far. He said, I know you want to ignore them, not look at them. You don't like them. And this is how we grew up. This is not now, but this is the frame of, and me and Troy was talking about this last night because he was like, well, it's people racist in Houston. I was like, so you knowing about a basketball player or football player that got beat up, and me knowing about my cousin that came up missing, and the last place he was seen was with the Laws, or that's two different things. It's not as close, as it was for us. And I grew up in Pulaski, Tennessee, and the Ku Klux Klan marched every year. That's where they went to. That was where they did. So I said it to say, if you watch them shows and everybody was laughing, them doomsday preppers and when they was getting all this food and water and these underground bunks and all of that, everybody was laughing.
Ain't laughing now.
Well, I'm gonna tell you another thing. I read a book and I'm gonna go find it. Um, I can't remember the name, but at the time I told y'all go get that book. Go get that book. And he talked about literally everything that's gonna happen right now. And he didn't know that it was gonna come as a result of the pandemic. But he said when this economy gets bad, it's gonna get bad.
Mm.
It's gonna get bad. But
And
we're blessed.
mm-hmm.
I don't even think about my business during times like this. I'm not worried. It ends up how it ends up. At the end of the day, I know I got enough to take care of my family, the people that I love, and for no short amount of time. I can
Right.
sit over here and sit still and pay bills for a long time
Yeah,
and be
absolutely.
okay. And
And
so I know that that's just a blessing.
And one of the things about what we're doing and what you do, Coach, that I love is staying in business moving forward because it's all about serving people and helping people. And when you're in that profession, you're going to always have a job. You're going to always have a job. And Coach is always over delivering. Guys, there's going to be an amazing workshop that she's going to do tonight. I don't know the link, Coach. That's why I said, oh, it's bit.ly/COVID cash info
Full cash
bit.ly.
info is only $19. We're going to be talking about how to earn, save, and invest during
Ooh,
COVID. If you don't have your seat already, make sure you get it. But I'm at that point, like, I'm finna quit beating people over the head
Yeah,
to
absolutely.
say themselves. I told y'all it was about to rain. I told you to build an ark.
that's right. You did, Coach. You certainly did. And I remember you saying it. And I am so grateful because when you first started saying it, that's when I started really, because I had the strategy. Because I'm not going to say I never really started working my business, because what I was doing was working my business and doing a lot of the wrong things. So people get caught up doing busy work. And they think if they're busy, oh, if I do this and I'm busy, then I'm going to grow. But I was doing everything wrong. Everything
And
wrong.
we tend to want to overwork because we so used to overworking.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the overwork. This is like it's like a drop of water on a rock. And the more consistently you do it, the more success you're gonna have. It's not about lit. You can try to break through a rock with your bare hands. You won't break through that rock with your bare hands quicker than that drop of water. Just consistently running on that rock is gonna bore a hole through that rock. So we're the drop of water. Somebody showing up did two come. And I know I spoiled y'all with numbers, but sometimes it's not about the numbers.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have the right mindset and you've not made the choice or the decision to change where you are and what you're doing, then it'll fall on deaf ears, even if you do show up. You have to be able to open your hands and let go of what you already know or think you know for what may be out there for you to learn. And if you don't open your hands, then nothing else can be put in your hands. So first you have to make a choice. You have to make a decision. And y'all know my mantra, sharing is caring. So,
That's right.
on this Resurrection Sunday, let's share the broadcast. Let's
Let's share
share
the
the love.
broadcast. Good
Yeah.
morning, everybody. We got a lot of people here, guys. And listen, we want to tell you guys about an amazing, amazing workshop that Coach is going to be doing on tonight. It is going to be over information on the COVID-19. It's bit.ly/COVID-19. I'm sorry, COVID info. I'm sorry, COVID cash info. COVID, I've been up too early this morning. excited about everything about my life right now, even though we are in the midst of a pandemic. So guys, the workshop is only $19. Coach is going to be giving you resources. She's going to be telling you guys how to get the COVID cash, because the stimulus checks are going to take a while. And not only that, I just want you to think about it. $1,200. $1,200. How much do you pay for mortgage or rent? Right? So how far is that going to go? That's why you need, if you don't have $19 right now, you need to be in the class. So that means get on the phone and call somebody and ask them to borrow $19. I'm serious. If you don't have $19 now, that is all the more reason for you to be there. If you have $19, be there, because you need more money. As we move through all of this, we don't know how long this is going to last, right? And I don't know about y'all. I've been working at home for 10 months now, but my son is at home. So he's not getting his food at school. He's eating food here. And because it's here, he's eating more.
Eating you out of house and home.
House and home. House and home. 13, y'all know.
Growing boy.
Snacks and this and that and the other. So I can't not feed my child, right? But I'm like, come on now.
You
But
could.
here's how we have to start looking at money. We've got to stop looking at money as something we don't have, and start looking at money as, and I was telling them last night, I did a broadcast with Courageous Women that they're going to be hosted on their site. And I said that women have got to stop saying, I can't afford.
Absolutely.
And what we've got to start doing is going and creating the money we need to invest in building our businesses the right way. If you don't have a coach and you want to build a 6 or 7 figure business, you're out of line. It's not going to just happen by osmosis. And the same people say, I want to be financially profitable, won't invest in staff, won't invest in advice, won't invest in product, technology, automation. There are a ton of things that you need in order to say, oh, I have a profitable business. So I see people all the time that try to skirt through, and it's just impossible.
And that's right, Coach. You hit the nail on the head. The more you say, I can't afford it, you have what you say. So if you keep saying that, that's what you're gonna have. And so if you got to stop saying that. You got to move on and say, I can do this. I can. You got to put the I can, and like Rose said, you got to make a decision. So please come to Coach's class tonight. It's going to be awesome. If I wasn't a part of this community, I wouldn't know the things that I know now. It was because I was in this community that I've gained a whole bunch of information, that you wouldn't believe. So you need to be a part of that. You need to be a part of a community like this. And Coach, it was just one share of the broadcast that I met Jennifer King. I met Jennifer King on one share of the broadcast. And from that, she was talking about, she was taking a nap. She was taking a nap during the day. And I was sitting there at my job saying, even though it's my business, I was saying, I want to take a nap. And so that blessed me. But then when I listened to her and she started talking about this community, it was the best decision that I could have made, because then I went on her page and then I began to see a whole bunch of other ladies, and I met this community of ladies, and then there was Coach. And so Jennifer said that I might not can help you, but maybe someone else in the group can or whatever. But it was just divine that I met her and I became a part of this community, and I met the Coach. And from there, we've been going strong ever since. And so I have a whole community of sisters now, and Coach is the best coach in the land. That's what we say about her, because she really just tells it like it is. She
I'll be meaning no harm, no, y'all.
Can
Let me tell you what they used to call me at my old job. They say I was a chocolate covered marshmallow. They say, oh, she all hard on the outside. When you get on the inside, she ain't nothing. Man, I bet I done placed grocery orders for 50% of our community.
Y'all, this is no lie. I'm gonna get up and show y'all in a minute. But Coach, can you pin my comment on your broadcast about getting registered so people know? But Coach talk about sending people groceries. She sent me at least, I think about, let me see, what's 24? Let me see. Let me do my.
When you get up, you gonna put your church finger up.
Hold please. Coach sent me 96 rolls of toilet paper. Hold please.
There you go. put your little church finger. I know you're not getting up walking out of mass like that. Yes, y'all. And it's not, we gain information, we gain camaraderie, but it's not just for information's sake. We gain information that's usable, that we can implement on. It's not just that we get it to listen to it and sit on it. We don't sit on it. We implement it, we act on it, and we share it. So tonight, I'll be looking for you. I'm gonna be looking for you. See that crowd of people there behind Miss Jennifer King? I'm one of them ones that come in the church late with their hat on, the little finger up, and they be like, "What you know?" That, and I be like, "I'm gonna sit over there with them." So I'm gonna be looking for you.
Oh, you know what else y'all need to get a refund on?
What's that?
Gym membership.
Oh.
Anybody been to no gym?
Mm-hmm.
Mine's online.
Mm-hmm.
They
But
need,
guys,
y'all need to move it online. Y'all need to get with Dion Murphy,
oh yeah,
her virtual gym, because you paying all that money to the gym. They're not even open right now.
Absolutely.
Y'all need to go back and collect y'all currents. And I got an email from Liberty Mutual that said they're gonna go ahead and adjust my rates for 15% off. I think for they didn't give me a time frame, but on my next bill, I'll see a reduction and an adjustment.
All
that's
right.
good. That's good. But Coach was talking about, and we've been talking about how much of a information she's been passing on. So all day, every day is some kind of tip. So a couple weeks ago, I was like, I can't find no toilet paper, and I stopped going to the grocery store a long time ago because it beat up my time.
Years ago.
It beat up my time. So a lot of stuff I used to do, like going and get my nails done, which we can't do right now, beat up my time. I don't do that anymore. But you're not going to find out what we're doing unless you come to the webinar to find how to get your COVID cash. Go to bit.ly/COVID cash info. Coach is going to be giving so much information, but this is the kind of coach she is for her client. She sent me toilet paper. Now, I don't work for Scott's, but if they want to give me a kickback, they can. But she sent me a whole crate. So this is 24 rolls in here, 6 mega rolls. Coach sent me 4 of these. 96 rolls of toilet paper.
Yeah, you run out.
96 rolls of toilet paper. I was on a live stream the other day talking about a product. This was before I got this. I was talking about a product, and I told people, you can get this for 1 roll of toilet paper. I was having to sell stuff for toilet paper.
You sure did.
The best.
She did.
It is. Let me tell you, if you're not in a space right now where you're surrounded by good information, because it's a lot of bad information out there, it's a lot of misinformation out there. I try to forgive people because I know they're trying, but at the same time, one of the reasons as a community, both a community of women and as a African American community, don't get mad at me, I'm not being racist, that's what I identify with. Both in those communities, one of the problems we have is a lack of good information. People are hesitant to share the good information and quick to share conjecture and gossip and negative things about people. And y'all could, I'm gonna say, I don't care who you are. I want you to quote me last time I said anything negative about anybody outside of a business context. And if it's business, I have the right to talk about it. I'm a business coach. But just her hair, her shoes, her clothes, her this and that, ever. You won't. Because as women, we picked each other apart enough.
Absolutely.
And I know that everybody got a backstory, and that's why the Paul said, "They, Coach, you just so sweet." I said, "Coach, don't tell the people. Let
We
the people
already
think
know, Coach.
no, you don't know.
Yes,
You
we
don't
do.
know already."
Come
But
on.
but
And
in
you know,
terms of
one
go
thing
ahead,
about
Brittany.
Coach is she's a master life and business coach. Because really, when it comes to building a business, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, and based on my experience, I wouldn't have been able to receive the business coaching because I would have thought I knew more or I know enough and I can do this. I don't need you. If I wouldn't have had that mindset shift, I wouldn't have been able to receive that I can make millions. I'd be like, what's she talking about?
And
I would
not
have
only
been over here.
that, it takes all of that.
Mhm.
It takes you getting over your past, forgiving yourself, giving yourself an opportunity. It's not just business strategy, it's time management, how to manage a man, how to manage your family. I talk about all of that. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? Because all of that is required
Mhm.
for our success, and people don't think it is. But a woman's lot is a lot. We have a woman's work is a lot.
All of your classes are good, but one of the first ones that I took was your Dream Team Master Class. Outside of getting in a physical class, it was Dream Team Master Class,
I'm
and
here to do it again.
that's on Coach's website right now, y'all. If you are a business owner, either go get that one or be on the lookout for her to do it again, because what she's talking about in there, the Dream Team, it is just something I guarantee you has never crossed your mind. Never crossed your mind, because it's a combination of life coaching and business coaching for the dream team. Because Coach tells us, because everybody coming in saying, I don't have enough time, I have to work, I have to go to practices, and everybody has life. And one of the things about this community is you can't come in and think that your circumstances are any different than anybody else's. Everybody has circumstances. So you have to look at it and see, why are some people being successful and others not? It's because you're focusing too much on the problem instead of trying to fix it. I've been watching this show since I've been home, called All American. And I normally don't watch TV. I normally don't watch TV, but my son started watching it, and throughout the show, they talk about this one saying that this one kid's dad used to tell him all the time, and Coach didn't necessarily say it like this, but this is what she's been teaching me for a year and a half: to tackle your problems. This is a show about football, so this kid's dad would always tell him to tackle his problems, block out his fears, and always finish strong. And Coach has been drilling that in a year and a half. I'm talking, I was 51 by the time I got that in my head. 51, staying in my head, working at a job for 33 years on a plantation, because nobody told me to tackle my problems. I would run the other way. You know how sometimes little kids be playing basketball and they run to the wrong goal? That was me. I was running to the wrong way. I was running the wrong way. So, guys, you have got to tackle your problems, block out your fears, and finish strong.
But
Finish.
even Bertha and I was talking yesterday, and what people have to realize too is that we're just contrary to popular belief. Women are not equipped to do everything.
That's right.
The faster you put your Superman cape in the cleaners, take them tight pantyhose off,
Lord have mercy.
and stop trying to jump over small buildings with a single bound, the better off you're gonna be. And that's the magic of team. Is that somebody that's not as that's good better than you. There's a list of things I'm not good at. Why don't you guys see them?
Absolutely. You can't run a business by yourself, and you need a team. And
So
I
Rose, why don't you guys see? Because everybody's like, well, coach, you don't have that problem. So why don't people see what I'm not good at?
Because you have a team around you
That's
to take
absolutely
care
right.
of the things that
That's
you are
absolutely
not
right.
good at.
So you're not gonna see what I'm struggling with because I've
Exactly.
covered that up.
That's right.
Your team is a concealer.
That's right.
Your team will cover up all the blemishes, all the marks, all the imperfections
Catch the
that you have.
missteps. Yep. It's just like even in your family when you're married, what you're strong at, your husband may not be, and vice versa. That's why it's a team. It should be a team environment. And you don't work by yourself. And a lot of people think when you say team, you think a lot of money or you think physical team. Doesn't have to be a physical team sitting right there at the desk, at the table with you. It could be sitting on the other side of the country and still work out.
But Rose, it's still one of those things where once you say, I can't have it, you can't have it.
That's, well, you're absolutely right. If you say you can't, whatever you say you are is what you are. So if you say I'm broke,
if you think you can, if you think you can't, you're right.
you're absolutely right. So by changing that choice, that decision, changing that vocabulary around that and start saying I can, or I can find, or help will come, those things will start. You'll be surprised at what opens up when you change that energy around it.
And it's not even opening up. God has already provided. He said that.
Sure did.
I don't know if y'all watch Mike Murdoch or not. Y'all ever watch Mike Murdoch?
I have in the past.
Y'all know who Mike Murdoch is?
Oh yeah.
So Mike Murdoch calls it the law of recognition. He says you have everything you need to be successful. You just got to recognize it.
Absolutely.
And that's the same as in other people. You got to recognize why God has put other people in your path. None of your relationships are accident. None of your relationships are accident. Funny thing, there was this event I wanted to speak at years ago. I'm going to say back in 18. And I said, man, I really wish I could speak at this event. It's going to be a ton of women there, da, 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 da. Didn't think anything else about it. Met the event organizer yesterday.
Oh, wow.
They've had Ayala, Robin Roberts, Lisa Nichols, all of them on the platform before. So I meet the organizer yesterday. Guess when she sent me a friend request?
Probably 2 years ago.
Back in 2018. Mm-hmm. Back when I wanted to speak at her conference.
Wow, but you manifested.
If I would have ever just looked up who runs this conference. Wait a minute now, because see, faith requires action.
Right.
God already did his part. If I would have ever just looked up who runs this conference, I had a friend request from her sitting right here.
Wow. You manifested it, the energy.
Did I, or had God already placed it in my path? And because I didn't do the work,
I
missed it.
That's good, Coach. And I feel the same way about someone sharing out the broadcast. Y'all share out the broadcast. If you're here right now, you need to get registered for that webinar tonight. I'm sorry, this is going to be, when Coach does a webinar, and she's doing it for $19, but I guarantee you it's a $299 value workshop, if not more, because she's going to give you so much information. And what I try to get people to realize is when you come to the workshop and it's $19 and Coach gives you strategy and gives you information to go even get $500, $1,000, isn't it worth your $19? But if you do the work that she talks about, it can even turn into more money. People want to, in my opinion, pay for something and expect miracles and not do the work.
No, you got to do the work.
You got to do the work. You got to do the work. I've been up since 5 o'clock this morning. That's my norm now. That's my norm. I always used to say, oh, I'm not a morning person. That was just because I didn't want to get up and do any work because I wasn't getting anywhere. I was spinning my wheels, working paycheck to paycheck for 33 years. And somebody shared the broadcast with me. So if this is not for you, share out the broadcast because somebody needs this word this morning. Somebody needs this word this morning because it's life-changing. This information will be life-changing. And it's just going to be a little nugget. It's going to be a little nugget. And Coach says this all the time, and I recognized it from day one. Coaching is going to be a lifestyle for me, not me coaching. That's my business. But me being in coaching is going to be a lifestyle. So just like I pay my car note, my rent, I got to pay for my coaching, because once I stop doing that, I'm going to stop scaling. And so while I'm at a point where I got to a point where I could quit my job, I want to scale, right? And that's the strategy we get. We have an amazing mentorship. If you guys, you can even schedule a call with Coach. Let me drop this link to y'all so you can schedule a call with her next week and get on the phone and get some real. Okay, so go to bit.ly slash BYOB show 20, bit.ly slash BYOB show 20. You can get registered there. There's this place for you to put your information in and also indicate if you want to receive a call from the team. And then you can indicate what area you're interested in, because we're not over here pushing one specific thing on you. It's all about what's your passion. What are you good at? That's the first thing coach is going to ask you. What are you good at? What do you do? Because when you're working in your passion and you're doing something you love, while you're working to transition out of your job, it's not going to be a heavy lift. Because if you're doing something that's forced, you're going to end up quitting. You got to do something you love, because it's going to take getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning, working, going to a job, coming back home and doing some more work. But I only had to do that for 8 months. 8 months. And then after that, bye-bye to the job. Bye. And they still calling me, asking me questions. And I'm just like, I left that behind. I left that behind. I was on a call the other day. They called me in for this task force meeting on domestic violence, which is running very rampant right now. You got shelters that can't take in new people. And I have to just put this plug in there because it's difficult for women that are in abusive situations, as well as their children who are stuck inside during the quarantine. So the rates are high. So you have people that are doing all kinds of things to send code messages if they need help, if they need to send the police. So I was on this call because they want us to put together some training, to send out to people and to the shelters. And so they called me in. They know I've been retired, but I'm going to tell you something, guys. When I was on that call, I was like I don't even know how to describe how I felt. I know there's a need, but I'm like,
You felt free?
Yes, I don't want to be here. I know, and I'm going to help as much as I can, but y'all wore me out. Y'all wore me out.
I know it does kind of make you tired when you go back into a situation where you've left. It does drain you. Once you get free, it's like, oh, now you're trying to put me back in bondage. And it's like you're pulling away. It does wear you out.
I felt
I've gone into the office a few times to help out. And once I get home, I have to take a nap.
Yeah, it was I felt a little PTSD.
Ooh.
I'm serious, because I was like, wow. And I started just having flashbacks to all the times I would go to work and be tired, all the times they'd be calling me after hours, all the time I'd be on the road traveling, all the time we'd be putting together committees, the bureaucracy, I don't know. I was like, wow.
Yeah,
I'm so glad I'm not there. I'm so glad I'm free. And I'm very passionate about it. It was one share the broadcast, y'all. Dr. Cynthia, you've been here looking pretty this morning on this Resurrection Sunday. See, I'm so used to saying Easter. On this Resurrection Sunday morning, come give us a word. You might need to do a song or something.
Good morning.
You're on mute, lady.
You're on mute.
Good morning, beautiful ladies. You guys have holding me down this morning. I've been enjoying this resurrection conversation. It's been reviving me. Jennifer, you said so many different things. One of the things that you just touched on was, how you felt that little bit of PSTD. I heard you say that you were on the road and how you were doing the long hours and everything. And the thing that I thought is that you've been on the road for your business and you put in long hours for your business. So the only thing that I can understand that's different is that in your business, you're doing what you love to do. and what you are destined to do. And as Rose would always say, and you say too, Rose would say, sharing is caring, and you say the one share of the broadcast. And as we think back, and Coach talked about people, and I thought about teams, sometimes people come in your life for a season and a reason. The one person who shared the broadcast with me, I believe that that was what she was destined to do at that moment. She was the vessel that God used to share that broadcast with me. And now she's moved on to something totally different. She's not in this community. She's not a part of this team. But in that moment, she was the vessel. So sometimes God will bring people to you to bring a certain thing to you. And then their mission is complete and they go on to something else. And now you have to do your work and you have to do what you are destined to do. So the things you were doing for them that exhausted you so much in your business are the things that give you so much joy. And that's what I heard. And as Rose would say, sharing is caring. So like you said, Jennifer, if you think that you're watching now and this is not for you, then share it with someone who you believe needs this information, because maybe you are destined to be that vessel this morning to share out this information with someone else.
That's amazing. Monique said she's been up all night working because Monique joined our team for one of the businesses that we run, and it is going to be an amazing business. If you guys want more information about that, come to the webinar tonight. It is only $19. 1919, not 1900, but I promise you, you're gonna get $1,900 worth of information. You're gonna get your life. Go to bit.ly/BYOB show 19. I'm sorry, BYOB COVID info. Give them the link.
Okay, bit.ly
Jesus.
/
Be a bit.
COVID COVID cash info. Come and get your info so y'all can get some cash. And even though it has COVID in the name, you're not gonna leave with a cough or a runny nose.
That's good.
Unless you came with one.
Yeah, and if you came with one, put a mask over your face when you're on the broadcast.
Girl, y'all heard about that?
You want to be safe and not sorry.
Y'all heard they pulled that man off the bus and where he was in Philly, he didn't have no mask on.
Wow.
What?
Somebody was talking about a lady coughing on the bus and a man turned around and punched her. Was that you, Dr. Armstead?
Let me see what it was.
Well, I got a story for y'all. My pilot light went out, so I didn't have any hot water for 2 days. So I was looking kind of crazy around here, and I called him to come and fix my hot water. Boyfriend knocked on my door. I said, "Do you have on gloves and a mask?" He told me no. I said, "Well, you can't come in here." So I wrapped him up some gloves and a mask and sprayed it with some Lysol and passed it to him through the door. I said, "If you can't put this on, you can't come in."
I know that's right.
Somebody said your stimulus comes if you file taxes in 18 or 19. So that is true and false.
Mm-hmm.
You got to finish the sentence. If you file in 18 or 19 and have your direct deposit information on file. Because if you don't have your direct deposit information on file, how can they send you something? So if you've moved and you need to change your information, that link is coming up for the 17th. If you previously did not get your stimulus or get your tax money via direct deposit, there's a link now where you can go to and put your account routing number and all that information in to be sent your stimulus. And the last round is people that don't want it electronically and got to get sent paper checks. So I'm sure they'll scrub what happens in the first round. And then in the last round, they're going to send out stimulus checks for the people who need a check mailed. So you guys have got to stay on top of the information because the information does vary and more money is coming. But there's so many opportunities where you may even be missing money now So make sure you go to bit.ly/COVID cash info. The webinar tonight is $19. You're going to get $1,900 worth of information. There's no reason why each of you guys should not be looking to get a COVID come up.
That's
Ooh,
good.
I like that. That's good, Coach. Get a COVID come up.
You got to get a COVID come up, because when you realize you are truly God's people, you will understand he's not going to send nothing into this land that we can't withstand. But we got to make sense. Did y'all see Diddy the other night?
Yes.
Diddy was, he came online and he was powerful. He was like, they're not telling you who's really dying. So we talk about who's really dying. People in jail, which the mass majority of the people in jail are men, African American, and Latino. That's who's dying. The people in the nursing homes. The people in the nursing homes are having severe outbreaks and they're dying. And last but not least, African Americans. You know, we was joking at first. So my girl, we can't get it. We got the mutant gene. Man, we dropping like flies now. So as they report the numbers, and this is happening, these breakouts are happening in predominantly African American clusters.
Coach, what time is the webinar tonight?
6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. It should say that on the page.
Okay, let me ask you this. I want to bless somebody with a ticket to the webinar.
Come on now, blessing.
I want to bless somebody.
Come on now, Easter blessing.
It's Resurrection Sunday.
The pagan God blessing.
So what we need, what would be the best way to give that blessing out? I can go buy.
Oh, can I tell y'all the truth about me and blessings? I never believed in giving anybody 100%. So why don't you bless two people? If you buy one ticket, I'll sponsor them. You buy one ticket, that's two people. I'll sponsor two people. They got to pay half.
Okay.
You got to pay half of $19. Right? So if you can't afford the whole 19, I don't believe you should ever let anybody show up empty-handed. It's a mindset thing. And let me tell y'all, I've always had that theory. And the one time I broke it, the woman said, I'm going to buy a ticket for somebody. The woman said, me, I can't afford it. And why that woman didn't show up? And I even called her because I'm such a stickler for do what you tell people you go do. I said, girl, why you didn't show up? Oh, I got a headache. I'm laying down. Girl, had somebody brought me a ticket, I'd be in here like this. It hurt.
I'd have put the computer on beside me in the bed while I'm laying on the pillow.
So the reason I say that is because you got to have some skin in the game. So if they pay $10 for people, you got to say me, and we'll get you the information. But 4 people, unless somebody else wants to sponsor, we got 4.
I'll go ahead and sponsor.
Okay, that's 6 people. Okay, that's 8 people. Okay, that's 10 people. If you say me in the chat, or matter of fact, the first 10 people to send me a DM, we're going to sponsor you for half of your COVID cash info webinar tonight. So if you need ways to generate revenue, need to know what to invest in, need to know how to reinvent your business because of COVID, just send me a DM on Facebook. The first 10 people, and these ladies, including myself, are gonna all buy a ticket, and we're gonna share, because I believe in sharing too. If you send me a DM on Facebook, it's under my name, Danielle Winningham. We're gonna sponsor 10 ladies tonight for half of their ticket. So send me a DM and I'll send you the information on how to get the rest of the money in. And that's just me. I over the years, I'm gonna tell you what broke me. When I first started making a lot of money, I wanted to give back. So I started a scholarship program. I said, I'm gonna choose 4 women And at the time, my 4-year packages were $10,000. I said, I'm gonna choose 4 women to come into my course at no charge for a year.
Mm.
I gave them 100%, $10,000 coaching for a year. Ask me how many finished.
Mm.
Probably none of them.
None of them. Ask me how many made it 6 months.
None of them.
Probably none of them.
Ask me how many made it 3 months.
Wow.
Maybe 3.
No.
No?
Really?
It was about flat. When you don't pay for shit, you don't care about it.
That's
Don't
true
value it.
story. That's true
You
story.
don't
If you don't have
money.
some skin in the game,
That's true.
not one of those ladies made it beyond 6 weeks.
Wow.
Oh,
It
wow.
was too hard. They were too busy. These were women who were struggling financially, and they all still are.
And that's unfortunate.
Sometimes your struggle is caused by you.
You.
Oh, that's
See,
good.
that's what taught me I can't save everybody. People have to want to be saved. How long have I been telling people to build an ark? So I can't feel bad when people drown. If I was coming here every day, I've had people get contracts and make money off of my free live streams.
Mhm.
So when it's all said and done, we have to realize that, and it's hard for me. It breaks my heart to see people fail.
Mhm.
When I'm right here with the ticket.
That's good.
And I'm not gonna say it's easy, but it's easier than struggling.
Mhm.
It's easier than living your life with regret. It's easier than knowing God has something better for you and you not being able to figure out what or how to redeem it. It's easier than a whole lot of things, right? I never said it would be easy, but it's easier.
That's good. Coach, how many times have you heard people? I was talking with a lady yesterday, and I was talking about building her business, and she was saying, I was like, well, are you on Facebook? And she's like, yeah. I said, well, right now, with COVID, live stream online is the way, and going live is the quickest path, but you got to have the right strategy. And she's like, I don't really want to go live because I'm real private. I was like, go live or starve.
And
pick your poison.
Where do you, and guys, don't forget, let me see how many people I have messaged me so far. What if you don't have Facebook? I don't know why you wouldn't have Facebook. I don't know why you wouldn't have Facebook. If you don't have Facebook, send me an email to yourgirlpower@hotmail.com. And again, I'm going to tell you to get Facebook, because Facebook is the most profitable social media application in existence today.
How can you not have Facebook and you watching us now?
No, we're live on Periscope too, Mama.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, that's right. I forgot.
We're live on YouTube now too.
Right.
So
Okay.
we're not just on this block.
Okay.
We taking over those internet streets.
It's the
So
takeover.
But speaking of the person who doesn't want to go live, the first class I ever took with you, Coach, was Live Stream University. That was my first class with you after someone shared the broadcast. The person that I saw your broadcast on their page, they're not in this community. I don't know if they ever were. But I saw you on their page one morning, just happened to be flipping through Facebook, and started following you. And the first class I took with you was Live Stream University. Isn't that something? And here we are, live streaming right now.
I told y'all didn't know.
Someone said they tried to message you, but they're not friends with you, so it won't let them go through.
It'll go through. I have to go get it. but they can still send me a message to yourgirlpower@hotmail.com. yourgirlpower@hotmail.com.
And Tina, I got you on my end, so I don't know. Maybe this is the deal. Some of y'all are showing up on my stream, some are showing up on Coaches on Facebook. It's really weird. It's really weird.
I don't know why, but a lot of them not showing up on my end. So let me tell you what to do. Go to yourgirlpower@hotmail.com and send me a message. yourgirlpower@hotmail.com. Now let me tell y'all what to do. Rose, Bertha, Cynthia, Jennifer, y'all post on y'all Facebook right now, giving away sponsorship to a COVID cash building session tonight. Who's interested? And then DM them the details, and I'll tell y'all what to do to get them on board. If anybody responds outside y'all other ticket, I will sponsor them for half. So it don't matter how many people respond, I will sponsor them for half.
All right, I'm in a watch party. Let me stop the watch.
So you guys say, oh my God. You can say in honor of Resurrection Sunday, I want to help some people resurrect their cash flow.
Put you all in my head.
No, actually, you're in my class.
That
I don't feel like you.
that's why I know what to say.
You know what? That's why my mom used to say. I used to say, "Mama, you look just like me." She said, "No, you look like me. I look just like my mommykins." And it's like the minute she passed away, I started looking more and more like her. She did that with her mom. I don't know where that comes from. But my mom used to lay in the bed a certain way, and every time Troy come in the room, he'd say, "Hey, granny legs." That's who had my mama spoiled, boy. That's who had, we would be getting ready to go out on a date. And I would be like, why aren't you Rick? Why is you walking in this room with the same clothes on I seen you in? Well, granny wanted me to run and get a pack of gum. A pack of gum? What? But you can't argue. And then she loved Church's chicken, and Church's chicken in my neighborhood is horrible. They must be cooking their chicken one piece at a time, because it's going to take you 35 minutes for a 3-piece.
Oh, wow.
They cook their chicken one piece at a time. And she would always send him there. And knowing Troy, he like a closed hospital. He ain't got no patience.
She said like a closed hospital.
Girl, he has no patience. My baby would sit in that line and wait for my mama. He was sitting in line till them people decided they were going to cook their chicken. And he would not come back without the chicken. And I would say, oh. And you know who else used to get Troy the blues? When we first got together, them doggone kids of mine.
Did they, Coach?
What? They used to give Mr. Troy the blues. When Troy first moved in with me, we first got together, he walked and cleaned up all day. If you've ever, Nunu has been over here. So she's seen Mr. Troy. He gonna walk and sweep and mop and clean and, cook and, whatever you need, he gonna do it, which is very abnormal for him because he's an alpha male, and in past relationships, he didn't do all that. But he does all that over here. But girl, them kids start calling that man Jeffrey, the butler. And they would be like, Jeffrey, could you change the sheets on my bed? Jeffrey, I have some dishes in my room. Jeffrey, could you? I say, they don't realize this is a alpha male. This ain't no, Pat and Turner. And the only reason y'all get away with that foolishness is because y'all are my children. Mm-hmm. Oh, they were there. Another one would run him to the store for gum and candy, talk bad to him.
Oh.
Oh, they did him bad when they first started dating. But I said, "Ooh, I'm their mama. They not used to having to share their attention." So guys, tonight, bit.ly/COVID cash info. If you need a sponsorship, let's talk about need. Because if it's not something you need, if you've not been impacted by COVID, if you got $20, spend the $20. Matter of fact, if it's not something you need, sponsor somebody else.
Absolutely.
Go on your Facebook and offer to buy a ticket for somebody else. That's how you pay it forward. But if it's something you need, send a message to yourgirlpower@hotmail.com. I'll tell you how to pay your half. It is a 50% sponsorship. I feel like y'all could at least pay $9.50 to learn how to make money. And I hope the Lord don't think I'm wrong for that, but I do believe that people should sow a seed in their own development.
In themselves. I mean, you're not gonna get anything out here for free. Yeah, we're all on a level playing field now because of the economy and what's going
No,
on.
we're still not. No, we're not.
But you need to.
No, a lot of the people, we're not. We're not on a level playing field. And let me tell you why. The people that started before this happened are still further ahead of the game than the people that are just now starting. There's a certain time frame where you don't do nothing but sit and get your mind right. And that time period is different for everybody.
Well, yeah, it is.
It could be 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. It could be 2 years in a row.
I sure could.
Yeah, good. It could be 2 years before you realize, you know what, I need to really do this damn work.
Mm-hmm.
And so you got to go through that indoctrination period before you accomplish anything. So people who are coming off the couch, people who are coming out of a job, people who are coming from a different mindset, they're still going to have to sit in the locker room and get prepared they're going to have to get conditioned.
I can agree with that.
And that period is different for everybody.
But they have the time to invest now to make that decision.
Oh, they got the time to invest, Rose. They have the mental bandwidth. If they don't spend anything else but their commute time and their lunchtime. If you were commuting 30, 45 minutes, an hour each way, and the average person does, that's 2 hours. And a 30-minute hour lunch, that's 2.5, 3 hours. If you don't do anything but dedicate your lunchtime and your commute time to building something different, and you do it every day, y'all, it's Sunday, and I get up and get dressed like it's any other day of the week. Matter of fact, I slept late this morning till 6:30. 6:30 is late. 6:30 is late for me. Normally, I'm cock-a-doodle doing on their phones at 4:30, sometimes 3:30, 4.
Well, what time did you go to bed, Coach?
12.
Oh, well, that was late for you then.
No, I normally go to, so y'all want to know the schedule. I know that when I'm gonna go to bed about 10 or 11. Nah, yeah, depending on what Mr. Troy want to do. And then I get up in the middle of the night around 12:30, 1 o'clock and work for a power hour. And then I lay back down and then get back up about 4:30, 5 o'clock. That's how I stay ahead. Then let me tell y'all my daytime schedule. So once I get up now, I'm not gonna take a nap till noon. I take a nap between noon and 2, kick it with Mr. Troy between 2 and 4. By 4 o'clock, almost every day, I'm back at my computer. So I work literally 2, 3 shifts a day. That's why most people can't catch me.
Mm-hmm.
And I learned that that's the compound effect. The more often you do a thing, the more gets done. So I break my stuff up into days. So literally I work 21 days a week. That's why I'm unstoppable. Y'all got anybody responding to y'all sponsorship requests?
I just put it out there, Coach, but I know people gonna be coming because I'm gonna go live in a minute on my page or later, a little later on when people have done with their online church. I'm gonna go
It ain't
live.
not even at church yet. It's 8:41.
True story. But I I'm gonna go live a couple more times today to get them there at 6:30.
I think that if you go live on your regular Facebook, you'll be all right.
Okay.
You will try your Zoom first because it's these multi-people broadcasts.
Yeah, my church getting ready to start. It's 9:41 here. So they hitting the streets.
Mm. It's people like, they said that only 8% of churches, only 8% of churches are not streaming an online broadcast of some streaming or television. Only 8.
That's 92%.
That are or that they
that are not.
Are not. Okay.
It's 92% that are. Wow.
Let me read y'all this article. Y'all know I stay on top of my reads.
Did y'all see that video I posted in the mentee info about that song that choir director?
That's hilarious.
That wasn't that funny?
It said, oh, so wait. Apple and Google are working together, and they are long-time rivals. Long time. Long time. To create an app that can tell you if you've come in contact with somebody who's COVID positive.
Really?
Yeah, they're developing that.
Wow.
So if a user tests positive for COVID-19 and adds that data to their public health app, users who they came in close proximity with over the previous several days will be notified of their contact. So if I'm at the grocery store with you around the same, so do y'all understand what that means for them to be able to do that? You got to know every damn where I've been and everybody I've been around for the last 14 days. You've got to know everywhere I've been. So if Jennifer, who I don't know, is in Kroger at 152 and I'm in Kroger at 154, I've got to know, that app has to know that Jennifer was at that Kroger the same time I was. That's too much information, y'all.
Is that too much, big brother?
That app has got to know everybody that went through that Kroger, that Walmart, that Whole Foods, that Sprouts. They got to know everybody, what time they was there, who was in the store when they was there. That's a lot of information, y'all.
Yeah, I know.
That's a lot of information, y'all.
Too much.
That's a lot. That's a lot. So if I was at the hotel, y'all, I just want y'all to understand this now. If I was at the hotel, motel, Holiday Inn, if your girl start acting up, then you take her friend. And you was at the hotel, motel, Holiday Inn. At the same time I was. Google and Apple gonna know.
Sneaking out the back door.
Ain't gonna be no sneaking up the app door. Y'all get some apps off your phone. You better leave your phone at home.
What?
So I just want y'all to understand the ramifications of what I'm talking about. All of your privacy just went out the door.
No more privacy.
And what if they get it wrong? What if my child was carrying my phone, went up on the college campus because she borrowed my phone, hers was dead, And then I test positive for COVID. And they shutting schools down because I'm serious.
Because she got your phone.
She got my phone. And then imagine how you gonna feel. That's why I'm gonna stay my ass in the house. I don't care what y'all do.
What?
How you feel getting a message to say you've been in contact with somebody. I'm just gonna stay at home.
Yeah, you gonna be looking around.
And ain't nobody here with me, Cujo and Troy.
I'm staying at home too, Coach.
Me too.
I'm staying at home.
Right here.
Dolores said busted. You busted. Cole busted. Just like that song. What's that guy that's what was his name? That
you talking about Ronald Isley?
Yes.
Pack your bags, call a cab. Why you at it? Yeah, cause you busted.
Mm-hmm.
I showed you that video, didn't I?
Uh-huh. Yeah. Sure did. True story. So guys, we are talking about this amazing webinar that Coach is going to have tonight on COVID cash info. Go to
if we got that spot, we just go camp out.
We gonna camp out. It's
the last Sunday we couldn't even get on here. It was so packed.
So packed. But we here to be a blessing this morning. If you want to resurrect your cash, let me check and see if anybody has responded to that message. I told them to inbox me. Not yet, but it's coming. All right, Monique said she's registered. She registered before this.
Go ahead, Monique. I like old Monique. Monique don't be playing.
She don't be playing.
What somebody had said, Nunu?
About what, Coach?
What you just read?
That was her. She said, I'm registered and ready. I've been getting Coach Danielle Winningham's emails all week.
Before that.
Hold on, let me get back. I was in the live stream and somebody talked about being busted.
Mm-hmm.
But guys, it is time. It's time. And this workshop is going to be packed so full of information. You are going to be overwhelmed. So full of opportunities. That's what's key. Even the opportunities. Guys, if you miss this and you know, it's going to be amazing. And when we get done with the workshop, we're going to go live and we're going to be talking about how bomb the workshop is. You're going to be like, oh, dang, I missed it. But you're getting the opportunity to be sponsored for only 50% off. So, you know, I tend to start thinking now, if you're not willing to invest in you, you can't expect other people to invest in you. And if you don't sow a seed in you and in somebody else's business, you cannot expect somebody to sow a seed in your business. And maybe that's why you're stuck where you are. Let me repeat that, because I used to think that I was, I'm not going to buy that. No, knowing I probably need it, but I wouldn't do it. But once I started doing it, we were talking about people talking about they can't afford. When I got in my first class with Coach, it was live stream lifestyle, Rose, which might have been her second or third or fourth version of live.
That was like number 6 or 7.
Right, way down the line. So I got in live stream lifestyle. I remember her talking about it, and it was $59 a week. And I was like, oh, I can't afford it. Still in that toxic mindset. I can't afford it. But I kept listening. And when I say kept listening, I'm not talking about a couple months and years, which some people do. I'm talking about a couple of days. And I went home and I sat down and I looked at my bills, what I could shave here, $10 here, $5 here, and get my $59. And I went ahead and signed up. And once I signed up, I was like, I gotta go find the money. Because now I've made a commitment, because it's all about my next level, about my future. I was in that class one night and I heard her talk about another class on another live stream. That was $59 a week. Now, remember, I said I couldn't even afford the first $59. Now I'm said, okay, let me sit down and figure out from my side hustle how I can make money, to get in this class, because I need this class too. So I sat down, I figured it out. I went and signed up because I recognized the need after the first class. It was apparent, okay, not only do I need this, but I need this too. Then I heard her talk about a mentorship. And she's like, quit signing up for stuff. But I signed up for the mentorship, which was $99 a week. Now I couldn't afford the $59. Then I'm in another $59 and then a $99 class. We're talking about $200 and something a month that I thought I couldn't afford. But I couldn't afford not to, because had I not done that, I would be going to work tomorrow because my unit is still having to report to work. So I couldn't afford not to do it. I went and found the money, because see, you got, if you're saying you can't afford, come to the workshop tonight and find out how you can get some right now money. Because if you don't, when all of this is over, you're going to be in an office building with people, and COVID-19 going to be still floating in the air. But you can start now. It took me 8 months. It's going to take you some time. But what Coach told me the first time I talked to her on the phone, she said, it's not going to take you as long as it took me, because I'm going to give you the strategies. I'm not going to have you go this way when I know it's a dead end. I'm going to tell you, no, go that way, where you can keep moving forward, So guys, we're giving you an opportunity to get some strategy for $19, or comment in the chat or inbox Coach, email Coach, and let her know. If you're not willing to pay $9.50, I am going to have to insist that you never again complain about money, because you are given an opportunity. And I am passionate about it. You cannot sit up and complain about money, about your job, what you don't like. You cannot complain if you're not willing to do anything. And the reason why we get stuck in complaint mode is because we're around people that are complaining and we buy into that. But when you come in this community, I don't have time to hear your complaint. We're going to solve for it, and we're going to move on. I talked earlier about tackling your problems, get them out of the way. Block out your fears. We're all scared. I wouldn't have been like this on here talking all out of control and passionate a year and a half ago. I would not have been on here. The first time I went live, I wrote a script and practiced. I was like didn't know what I was doing, but now it comes second nature. If I don't go live 2 or 3 times a day, I don't even feel like accomplished. And not only that, live stream is cool. But Coach has given us a strategy that knocks live stream out the park. But I'm not even going to tell you about it, because you need to get in the workshop tonight. You might get a snippet of information, but I'm not going to give you this information for free, because you're not going to take it and do nothing with it. You're not going to do nothing with it. You are not going to do nothing with it. Coach just talked about people she sponsored in her mentorship for $10,000, and they didn't even finish the program. And I just talked about how I thought I couldn't afford $200 and something a week. I'd still be on a job if I wouldn't have found the money. And she's going to talk about tonight how you can find the money. You want to resurrect your cash? Come to the workshop tonight. If you want to keep complaining and being around toxic people, don't come. But I'm telling you guys, when you come into a community and the conversation is all about next level, it will be your life. It will change your life. When we were in Houston a couple months ago, I was sitting at the table with multi-millionaires. Of course, Coach being one of them. Never would have thought, if you wouldn't have known these people, you wouldn't have known they were millionaires. I wouldn't have ever phantom when I was working that job for 33 years that I would be eating at a restaurant with millionaires, sitting there talking about having mad fun, talking about what we got coming up next. That's what we do. We don't, it's a no mess zone. We don't kiki and kaka. Everybody has life. Don't sit up here and act like you got more going on in your life than anybody else. Because I was in a bad marriage that I left. My house burned down to the ground. I worked a job. I had young kids that played sports. So it goes on and on and on and on. We all have, as my mom would say, trials and tribulations. So don't sit up here and act like your problems are any worse than anybody else's. And don't sit up here and act like I got lucky, because I worked hard. And now I can sit here and tell you from a personal standpoint and from experience that it can happen. But if you're not willing to do the work, it ain't gonna happen. Period. It's not.
And no, I know your heart is your heart, right? I never try to minimize or trivialize anything that anybody went through, but Nunu's actually 100% correct. We all have our own cross to bear, right? That's part of the gospel. If Jesus had to bear a cross, come on now. If the Son of Man had to bear a cross, who am I that I don't have to bear something to redeem the promise? And it's the cross, it's the carrying of the cross that makes you stronger. And so some people, because they'll never carry that cross, will never get the strength that they need, mental, physical, psychological stamina that they need to push through hard situations. But the funny thing about that is, if you flip it in reverse, the truth of the matter is what got you here is more than enough for you to do this. If you got out of that relationship, this is easy. If you got past that crazy job, this is easy. If you got out of the hooks of that crazy man, or whatever your backstory is, when I look at all the years that I went through foolishness in my marriage, shit, this is easy. I've had some bosses, y'all, that this is easy. So sometimes we need to take what we've been through and say, you know, God, thank you for pulling me out of that. I'm not even going to complain about this. That's like coming out of the monsoon and having to go through a little summer shower. Lord, I'm not going to complain about this little rain falling on my head. I was just drowning. I'm not going to complain about this little water. I was just in a tsunami. And then that's that faith mechanism too, of being able to say, you brought me this far. Guys, if you haven't shared the video, make sure you share the video. And then being so blessed and so happy that he brought you this far, that you want to give him something in return. You gave me the tools to get out of what I went through, and you're going to give me the tools to get me out of this too. But you got to use your tools with a, I don't care if it's a teaspoon. If I have a teaspoon and you have a shovel, but I dig every day and you never dig, my hole is going to be bigger than yours, even though your tool is greater. So you got to exercise what God gave you. And he's already given you purpose and, you know, witty ideas and all types of stuff. Or will you use it? Will you use it? So guys, bit.ly/COVID cash info. I think we have about 5 more sponsorships available for you to be able to pay half price. There's no coupon code. You got to email yourgirlpower@hotmail.com. Thank you to Rose, Bertha, Dr. Cynthia, and Nunu for agreeing to sponsor some women to come in and get this information during this time. You can do this. You can do this. And tonight I'm going to be giving out tools on how to earn more, how to save more, how to invest more. We have the possibility. You got to remember this Passover, that we have the opportunity for this to pass us over and us be better off than when we started. But we're going to have to exercise a whole lot of common sense. A whole lot of common sense. So send your email. If you're interested for attending tonight, they're going to do a partial sponsorship for you. Yourgirlpower@hotmail.com. Again, if you can afford the ticket, just go to bit.ly/COVID cash info. Go ahead, Miss Berlin. Miss Berlin said, I will sponsor someone.
There you
So
go.
Miss Berlin, just buy your ticket at bit.ly/COVID cash info. Let me write your name down so I can shout y'all out earlier. And I'll tell you what to do, because you can sponsor somebody from your page too. Verlin, see, boy, my family, boy. I'll tell you what.
That's how we so grateful, Coach. We are so grateful at what you have done for us. And I love the way you say, if you got to sow some seed, because it's seed in yourself. And I didn't always see it that way. I didn't always see it that way. Once I started seeing it that way, it was different. It was so different for me. And I'm so grateful. I am so grateful. I would not even be sitting here today able to talk with people about it, what's going on, able to offer a word to people, pass on information. I was talking to my sister the other day. Her son was applying for unemployment, and she kept saying he can't get his application in. I'm like, why? And then it dawned on me, he's applying through the wrong mechanism. He's not using the right. He's on the right site, but there's two different ways.
And yes, guys are invited as well. This is an information seminar.
Absolutely.
It has nothing to do with whether you're a man or a woman. It's about getting this money. So bit.ly. If you want to apply for somebody said, how do I apply for the stimulus? You can either go into your Cash App or go to irs.gov, but they are now taking applications for people who didn't previously have information on file. So if you go to irs.gov, they have a link. If you go inside your Cash App, they have a link, and they are taking information. If you didn't have your direct deposit information online, go to irs.gov or go to your Cash App, and they will direct you to how to put in your routing number and your account number so they can send you your stimulus. If you had the wrong information online on the 7th, Shree Steve said, I got a message through Cash App. That is the right link in Cash App. So just go to more info. But on the 17th, if they had the wrong info, they're going to put out a link for you to be able to correct it. So yep, guys are invited tonight. Guys are eligible for the sponsorship. Send a message to yourgirlpower@hotmail.com. In order to pay 50% for tonight, you only have to pay $9.50. Thank you to these gracious hosts who want to pay the information that they receive almost on a daily basis forward.
So come on, y'all. Let's register. Let's get registered for tonight so you can get this information so you can start your journey, so you can open your hands.
We're going to share a lot of information on just, how to be advantageous during this time, how to come out on the other side of this better than when you went in, because that is the promise, is that no weapon formed against us. He didn't say weapons wouldn't be formed. He just said they wouldn't prosper.
That's good. That's true, Coach. That's true. I'm excited. I am excited.
I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I'm gonna knock it out the park.
I already know.
You always do.
I already know.
FYI.
Bertha, I think you on mute.
No.
Oh, okay. We couldn't hear you.
Oh, I just said we already know.
It's gonna make your mind think differently, and that's who we have to be as business owners, as kingdom entrepreneurs. We have to say, when the chips are down, what do we do? I guess we're gonna give a spot to some needy church this morning, Nunu, that might be struggling to get online.
Get on live. Okay, let's give it up.
We'll play fair. We'll play fair. If you haven't already registered for tonight's webinar, it's only $19. It's going to be amazing. bit.ly/COVID cash info. I have a, if you send a message to yourgirlpower@hotmail.com, I'll have the team check in. They'll give you the information where you can attend for only $9.50 for those of you who are in need. So thank you to Rose, Bertha, Dr. Cynthia, and Nunu, and Berlin in the audience for sponsoring a couple women each, because that's what your ticket will buy.
That's good.
And you can even post it, like I said, on your Facebook page. And we'll talk in just a minute on how to give them the details on how to be sponsored as well. So I will match y'all 100%. So y'all sponsoring 5, I'll sponsor 5 myself.
Wow. That's thank you,
It's
coach.
never with me, it's not about the money. It's about the effort.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
About just the skin in the game. Do
Absolutely.
you want it enough to do something to receive it?
And coming to the workshop, having your pen and paper, taking notes and listening to the information
And using it and executing. That's how you pay it forward.
Mm-hmm.
And asking questions about anything you don't understand.
Anything you don't understand, you ask questions. And I'm just so excited. I'm sitting here thinking, I'm gonna chat with you when we get off of here, coach, about getting some more sponsorships, because as women, we need to pay it forward. We need to get as many people here as we can, because the information that you give is life changing. I can't stress that enough, that it is life changing. You've got to. I just got a message from someone, Maryland coach. She said, I'd like to sponsor for Coach COVID-19 Masterclass.
So tell Marilyn to go in her group and she can give away. Tell Marilyn, go give Marilyn the link and tell her to come in here. And
Okay.
we'll tell her what to do.
Okay. This is amazing. I'm excited. I'm so excited. I won't even, I have to tell
I want
that
you guys to be able to pay this forward with the people who follow you, the people who patronize you, the people who do business with you. I want you to be able to pay it forward in your tribes also.
That's good.
Oh, Mika said, thank you for the blessing. And it is, let me tell y'all something. It is that. It's a blessing, but this is how we do business though. We do business like this so frequently. I think sometimes people even take it for granted.
Mm-hmm.
I forget, baby. Yeah. Can you put some money on me? I forget sometimes that women outside of this spectrum don't operate like this. But one thing Paul always says, he said, Coach, you always so forgiving to people. I said, I understand that a lot of women been hurt by other women
Mm-hmm.
in their family, women close to them, so they don't understand these dynamics. They got to learn. I also realized that a lot of people have been hurt, period. So they're watchful for who's going to hurt them next. And so I don't hold grudges against people that do stuff to me, because they just operating out of what was done to them. And that's the human dynamic. We can't do anything but model the behavior that's been done to us. So I let people make it, because at the end of the day, them being mad at me or them not understanding this, that doesn't stop my blessings. The only thing that's gonna stop my blessings is when I intentionally mistreat God's children, and I don't.
Mm-mm.
I'm very mindful, very, very mindful, and very forgiving. Not to say I'm perfect, far from it, but I work hard to understand that people got a past before they get here, bro. And based on that past is how they operate sometimes. But yeah, for those of you who are being sponsored, welcome to the community. If you're watching this later and you still send a message, we will let you know how many sponsorships we have available. I'm going to go live a little bit later today. I'm sure Nunu's going to go live with me a little bit later today. Any of you guys have anything to say in closing?
In closing, enjoy this Resurrection Sunday. We made it through. We're going to make it through. All of us together.
Never would have made it. I
it.
say I never could have made it without him.
Yeah.
I would have lost it all. But now I see how he was there for me, and I can say, never could have made it.
That's say it, coach.
Come on, choir. Never
could have
made it
Sing,
without
y'all be like,
him.
Oh, you.
Come on, Dr.
Would have
Cynthia.
lost it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
I'm wiser.
Wiser.
Why?
I'm So
Go,
much.
Bertha, go, Bertha.
So much better.
Yeah, I'm there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, Jack, in all everything that's going on, and I was at a presentation yesterday with this clinical psychologist, and she said, even be careful how much you watch the news.
Mhm.
She said, because it's been proven that even 3 or 4 minutes of watching the news can lead to depressional outbreaks later. Like you don't even know why you're depressed later that day. And it's because you've been sitting up there watching that foolishness.
Mhm.
So I'm finding ways to entertain myself, y'all.
Yeah, I watch the news maybe twice, first thing in the morning, right before I go to bed, make sure the world's still there. Other than that, I let the music play and walk from room to room, look out window to window, take a nap,
Yeah.
work around the clock. You know, that's one thing about being able to have your own business is that you can work when you want to work. When I had to go to work, I would wake up 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, ready to do some things, but had to make myself rest because I knew I had to get up and go to work. I don't have to do that anymore.
That day is coming for everybody. That day is coming. All right, guys, we love you. Don't forget, if you're in need of sponsorship, send an email to yourgirlpower@hotmail.com. We're going to get back to you right away with the instructions on how you obtain your ticket. And we look forward to you having an amazing Resurrection Sunday. And hopefully tonight we can resurrect your stimulus. See you there.